I guess anything that we do that is a behavior, it is all comes from the brain. And to simplify, I guess, kind of neuroscience is two systems we can think of this as when it comes to behavior change. So one is our rational system, and then one is our emotional system. And a good metaphor that we use that some people might be familiar with is, I think there was a book called Switch, I think it was the original one that came up with this, but it's been used quite a lot since, is the elephant rider analogy. So what we can think of is the rider as the rational part of our brain. So this is in charge of logic. So it acts on thoughts and analysis. It requires direction and it wants clarity. It's aiming to get stuff done, but it is weak. So it's always going to be subject to the elephant if the elephant decides to take it in a direction. So the rider is our rational part of our brain, and the elephant is our emotional side of our brain. So the emotional side, that acts on passion and impulse, requires moral purpose. It enjoys stories because stories are what appeals to our emotions. It is an overthinker, but it is very strong. So if your emotional brain gets a hold of you, then you're likely to act, and the rider will be very much helpless. So an example of that will be if somebody comes into the office and they brought in some fresh bacon and the smell hits your nose, your elephant goes wild, and before you know it, you've eaten them without actually having a rational or logical thought around it. So these two parts are key. So we have our rider, our rational brain, and our elephant, our emotional brain. There is third part is something that is key in terms of behavior change, is our path. So that is our environment. So the less obstacles that we have and the shorter that we can make that path, the clearer that we can make that path, then the better that elephant is going to toe the line, isn't it? So by shaping our environment and getting rid of potential barriers and making it as easy to facilitate a change as possible, we know that we can improve that path. And I guess in short with this, the ultimate goal is to give our rider direction, so a clear plan and strategies to where we're going, help motivate our elephant, and shape our path. So get rid of as many barriers as we can in order to get to our destination.